Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Comcisgate Commandos, number 59. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. They're back in our lifetime. Hopefully, anybody know what movie that's from? They're back in our lifetime. It's a good movie. It's a fun movie. And it tangentially has to do with stuff we're talking about today, which is we're going to be talking about wins and losses of comics to movies as a medium. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let me bring on my co-hosts for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have Colonel Carbon Hart. What's up, Carbon?
Yes, sir. Hail, Patrick.
How you doing, man?
I'm great, man. It's good to be back. Another week.
Mm-hmm.
Weather's getting warmer. And I think the future is getting brighter. Something about this year, things are just on the rise, you know?
Yeah, it feels good. Although I don't know if have you felt like there's been people commenting that they felt like, at least over the past week, there's been like this weird, I don't know, something in the air that's like, oh, something's up. I don't know. I guess you're feeling good.
Well, the Pope died.
Yeah.
And that was a spiritual impact. However,
some people are very happy about that. I've noticed.
There were some issues with that dude. So there's some mixed feelings there.
For sure. Well, the only person who can decide where he goes now is God, and kind of him throughout his whole life with what he did. But, you know.
I don't speak ill of the dead ever.
Oh, really? None of them? Because there's. How about Adolf Hitler? How do you feel about him?
I will only factually mention what they've done.
Fair enough.
In any
fair
case.
Enough. Adolf was probably a nice guy. Of course. Starting off strong here on the Commandos. Let me bring on my other co-host for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, Frederick Kuman. What's up, Frederick? No sound. He was saying earlier that he couldn't hear us.
Frederick, you might need to bounce and come back.
Yeah, maybe try restarting your computer, Frederick. That generally works for me. I don't know what your audio setup is. Otherwise, I could help a little bit on that regard. But he's drawing either way, so he's here with us, ladies and gentlemen. And he
looks like he stepped away. Actually, I don't know what's
going
on with him.
Okay. Well, we'll figure that out later. So let me bring on. We've got a special guest star this evening, ladies and gentlemen. A secret special guest star, because we didn't really have much time with him last week. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Salty. What's up, man?
What up? Thanks for having me back.
Thanks for wearing the dress code. I appreciate it.
I thought, hey, I got to get my sunglasses. I kind of like this, though. Honestly, I think I'm going to do this for my show because all the monitors and the lighting and everything, my eyes feel so much better now.
I know that's. See, you were judging before.
Oh, I'm always judging. I'm an asshole. I mean,
the aviators, you can't go wrong. Everybody looks cooler with aviators on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess these are like these are called pilot.
Can you hear me?
Not aviator.
We can hear you now, Frederick.
You got an original pilot like me. Yeah, I have those as well.
Yeah,
American Optical guy.
I like the Ray-Bans. They fit my face, my stupid face. Well.
Well, I was on your show last night, Salty. Thanks again for having me on.
Yeah, it was a fun time. We had a good time, man.
Before I came on, I had glasses on, and I was like, "Oh no, I should take these off because he's gonna."
You can do whatever you want. We'll make fun of you, but I mean, you can still do whatever you want. It's a free country, you know.
It was a good time though. I felt like the conversation took us like naturally to a spot where we kind of just kept going like that. Yeah. You know, the hour break that happened after like an hour and 40 minutes or something.
I know the hour break did not come at the hour. It came at the hour 30. And then we definitely, sometimes it goes long. Who cares? We were having a good time. It was a good time. You guys, if you haven't checked it out, you should check it out. And you should also subscribe. It's you can see right there, Salty Savage Show. It was a good time with Patrick. We plugged his book and plugged my book and talked about video games and movies and all that. It was good.
Yeah. Sean, what is the name of your channel?
Salty and Savage Show is the name of the channel, but you can just find it on YouTube at Salty Savage Show, which is right below my name.
I tuned in for a little bit last night. I lurked, but I'm gonna subscribe to the channel now.
Everyone should like and subscribe. We could use all the subscriptions possible. It's a fun show. It's definitely a fun show. It's the most underrated show in Comcisgate. It's not really a Comcisgate show, but we talk about Comcisgate. We promote a lot of Comcisgate comic creators, and we have a guest on every week.
I would say that the Commandos.
So go over and like and subscribe, please. Thank you.
The Commandos is the most underrated show in Comcisgate.
Yes.
But I agree with you that your show is underrated for sure.
No, we are now in an argument forever, and it should spill over onto X. And now you have insulted me, sir, and I take offense, and I will go to all the corners of the internet to cry about it. No,
it depends on how you look at it, because I could be saying that your show is already popular, more popular than us, and so therefore we're more underrated. Because
right, like that's how it is sometimes. Like when people say things, I'm like, you can take it that way, or you can just not take it that way. You could
just flip it around.
You could also not get emotional. That would be good too.
There's some things though you can't take multiple ways, like when people say that Akira sucks. You know what I mean?
Whatever. I'm right. I always am. I didn't say
overrated.
It sucks. I said
yes.
The animation is amazing. The story is crap, and I don't get the fandom around it. I just don't. I could understand the fandom around the artistry and the animation. I have no.
I would suggest
issue with that.
Read the manga before you come.
I'm not going to read the manga. That's the thing. Any
manga.
movie that requires reading material is fucking lame. You've already made my argument for me. If I have to have reading material to prepare for your fucking movie, you failed as a storyteller.
Hey, maybe you're not ready for Akira, Salty.
You're just not emotionally mature enough yet for it.
It's fine. Again, like I said last night to Patrick, I love Sherlock Holmes. I love Shakespeare. I love Lord of the Rings and Chronicles of Narnia and all kind, and Ray Bradbury and all kinds of books. But yeah, sure, I'm sure it's totally right. I'm missing something.
Here's the thing.
This is a very
important distinction to make, because tonight we're going to be talking about comics to film, right? That medium.
Yeah.
However, we're not going to be talking manga to anime.
No, sir.
Okay? We're going to keep that shit out.
Yeah, keep it out, Frederick. Good God.
Speaking of Frederick, could you turn yourself up? Right now, you're about 75% of where you need to be.
Roger that.
Thank you, sir. Well, let's start off with a little. I like to do these icebreakers before we get into the main topics. I actually have a few that we could do, but this is something we kind of talked about a little bit on Salty's show last night. But I don't think Carbon and Frederick and I have had a chance to talk about it. We also on the Commandos, the Fantastic Four trailer came out the next day, so I would like to talk about that tonight on the Commandos. At some point. But this trailer here, I'm sure you guys have seen it. Here we go. So I'm just gonna play it all the way through, and we're gonna see what happens. Salty likes to pause it, and we will eventually. We'll go back and watch it again.
Video games, I don't. Movies, I do, because movie studios go after you. Video game companies do not.
It's weird. I've never had any. Maybe I'm way too small for them to bother with, but I don't know. All right,
to the audience, stick around, please. This is not going to be a video game stream.
It's not. It's not. I just want to talk about this real quick because it was a weird. It was like a out of nowhere thing. So, all right.
I was born 87 years ago. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams. This is the 27th of last seed, the year of Akatosh 433. These are the closing days of the third era and the final hours of my life. I have seen the gates of oblivion, beyond which no waking eye may see. this is only the beginning. Worse is yet to come. Looks clear. A trap!
The time of cleansing draws nigh.
Who now will save us from the coming darkness? Die! Here you must find your own path.
Remember the Emperor!
Find him. And close shut the jaws of oblivion.
Wow, that was a big old shock.
So I played it last night.
Yeah, you got to download it?
Yeah, download is fast. I keep forgetting that I live in an area with the fastest internet in the country. So,
Where do you live
which
now?
I'm
If you don't mind saying.
Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
I'm in Tennessee, so we have really fast internet here, faster than I was used to in Los Angeles, and it took like 20 minutes to download the whole game, if that.
Damn. Yeah, you
Yeah.
got fast internet, dude.
So yeah, I was playing last night. I forgot how much of a grind it is to get that first level up. Good
Mhm.
Lord. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot how hard it is to level in this game.
Yeah. I never this was not my favorite of all of the games. I've played this game, I would say, twice before starting this version of it. But it's been really hard so far, I would say. I'm also
Yeah.
on hard difficulty, but
Oh, you're on hard difficulty? I'm just
Mhm.
doing the normal, whatever the default is that they start you with, because I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do the hard right now. I need casual, man. I need because I use games to like unwind from working all day, so I just
Yeah.
don't want adrenaline running through me at midnight. I want chill.
So you don't
want
you don't play
chill.
the what's it called? Like Elden Ring and the Dark Souls.
I mean,
games.
I like to play those games, but I usually play those games like when I rarely get to play those games, but if it's like a Saturday where it's raining and I can't really do anything outside and I need to take a day off and not work, because everyone should have a day of rest. I'll play one of those games for a couple hours, but I need to. I'm one of those like super highly competitive game. It used to be really highly competitive gamer, so I just have to be careful because once I start getting that competitive itch, I'm like, I need to do something chill because I will obsess about it nonstop.
Yeah.
Like I used to obsess about my kill to death ratio in Call of Duties, all the Call of Duties. When I played, I was
Oh,
like,
you were a COD guy, huh?
yeah, I was a COD guy. Yeah. World of Warcraft, PvP.
Oh, you're all into it. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a big time gamer, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
Carbon, what do you think about this trailer?
In all honesty, I see the value in this series, Elder Scrolls. Not my kind of game though. Just never really got into it. Like I said, I can appreciate the craft of it, and the detail. Obviously, it's like an extensive RPG, but something about like some of these PC games are so like it's almost like it's too big. Because I'm an old school gamer, where games like old school games took you like 20 minutes to beat, like start to finish. And so some of these games got so massive and like it almost just feels like you're entering another world that's never ending. And I just couldn't do it. I'd like a game that has a story that like almost like a movie. Like it starts, let's get through it, let's end it.
You like to have your hand held. That's what I tease people about. It's like that's what kind of World of Warcraft turned into. It turned into like a curated experience where it was like go here and then you go here, and a lot of people like that because they just like to have a story, kind of like a movie. It's like a longer movie. I'm a guy.
I wouldn't say watching a movie is having your hand held. You know,
No. I'm just talking shit. I don't actually think that's what it is, but it's like a curated experience where it's like, Uncharted or, you like that, like kind of like a game on rails is the term I'm trying to remember. A game on rails.
to a
right?
degree, yeah, because once it got, because I remember when the whole sandbox concept began. Remember that? Like,
Yeah.
because obviously there was a point where that wasn't even possible, and then they went, "Oh, this is an open world now. It's an open sandbox. You can do whatever you want." I think GTA was like kind of the turning point for that, because it's like you could do whatever the fuck you want in this game.
Do you
And,
like GTA?
that's probably
Carbon?
yeah. I was about to say that's probably the limit for me. Like I liked GTA 3, and but even with that, I'm like, okay, let's get through the story. Let's end this. Let's because otherwise you're meandering a little too much.
Yeah, see, I'm the kind of guy that like I will screw the main story. Don't tell me what to do. I just want to get lost in a world and do what I want to do. And the more freedom I have in a video game, the more likely I am to play it. That's why.
But that's what life is for, though.
Yeah, but life is so
Checkmate,
regimented,
bitch.
man. Life is so regimented because you have duty, you have things that you have to take care of, and so it's kind of nice to just get lost in a world where there's, I don't know. I'm weird. I like Lord of the Rings type fantasy games, so I just like to get lost in those worlds.
Well, like I said,
for me, gaming's an escape. I don't want it to feel like a job.
No, I like I said, I can appreciate it, and I can even see the fun of it. Like I've had fun with it too. But like I said, at the end of the day, there's only so many games you could devote your time to, and I just never really got into this genre.
Yeah, like I played Skyrim for a long time, especially when I got into modding it. My modded Skyrim is so ridiculously awesome, and I'm like, I was playing Oblivion last night, and I'm like, do I want to play this game or do I want to just go back to my modded Skyrim? Because I don't like the way my character, he's so little and skinny. I'm like, dude, no, I want to be a big Viking guy. I need to be able to change more of my character. What is this? This is lame. I look gay.
I understand how you feel about that. Going from like being able to mod something to not is a weird. Like I had that experience with Stalker Gamma and Stalker 2. I don't know if you ever heard of those games.
No.
Stalker 2 is like, it's very polished as much as it could have been. But there's some severe issues with it. I tried to re-download it the other day and I was like, I know Stalker Gamma is like, it's a conglomeration of the old Stalker games. So obviously the engine itself and everything within the game is older. You feel how old it is, but somehow it's just a better game than this brand new AAA version. And I feel the same way with Oblivion that, I'm like, oh, I can't wait till they get the modding toolkits out to people because there's going to be some big old changes.
Open the mod up. I also did not like the fact that they had body type 1 and body type 2. I find that so I mean, it's not like I'm not going to like lose my crap pronouns. I'm not going to do that. But at the same time, it's just like, can we stop already? Like, can we stop appealing to the minute minority that has a mental illness that can't accept normal everyday biology that we've all lived with for centuries? It's just annoying, and I hate when that crap gets into my gaming experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then
so
Nexus
you want a non-binary,
just smoothed over a Barbie doll.
No, it's male, female, dude. That's it. That's all you have the choices of, because that's all there is. There's no other options.
The funny part is I love how they're like type 1, type 2, but except there's only 2 options.
Yeah.
So it's
you mean it's binary? You mean it's still binary?
What they are.
Okay. Can we stop capitulating to the retards and the mentally ill? Okay, thanks.
There's not like, you would think there would be more, especially with Bethesda's a pretty liberal company. You would think there would be more of that in this remaster, but there's actually kind of not. Like that's like the one thing that I noticed so far. Well,
it's so funny too, because like when you start playing the game, everyone called you by he or she pronouns depending on which body type you picked anyways.
Quick question though. Are you sure that was about the body type or not, like type 1, type 2 diabetes your character has?
You're right.
Well, both you can't actually do body scales on the character, so
But that was in the original game too, right? You
I
couldn't
know,
actually, which is
like
fine.
I always like that's why again like Skyrim mods are so great because like I seriously like making my character exactly how like I want him.
Mm-hmm.
Viking guy. He's a Nord. He should be very Viking-ish.
One of those best mods on
Bearded.
Skyrim is the body what is it? Racial body morphs, which essentially just it sounds horrible now that I say it out loud. Racial body morphs. But it just gives different species like
Yeah.
they're all so like the wood elves are very, very small. They're very short and skinny. The orcs are huge, like the Nords, and it just
Yeah.
adds a lot of diversity to the different races in the game, which I
some
know
of
is
them-
another thing they probably
Yeah.
don't want to.
Oh,
Some of them have
diversity.
like a fat ass, right? Like
Yeah,
you get
Some
you
boobies,
can get a
maybe?
fat
I don't
ass
know.
on some of those races.
But that's the funny thing is like the key to the diversity is just letting people create their own characters.
Yeah.
Stop. Because that's the thing is like their version of diversity is forced diversity because they want you, they're narcissists, and they want you to accept them. And it's like, no. Make it if it's going to be a sandbox game, just make it a sandbox and let people do whatever the hell they want. And then also realize that we have basic biology called male and female biological terms. And that's just the way life is. And the irony being is like that half these weirdos are identifying as the opposite gender anyway. So like now there's more no, there's not. There's two. Knock it off.
You're entering as territory now.
I know.
Pronouns.
Right. You just need an accent now, Frederick.
but I'm not.
Frederick,
I think everyone knows that I'm actually that's my act, and I'm joking. I'm not
no,
actually.
you're okay.
I'll get over it.
Nobody listen.
Keep
You're on the
playing the game.
Commandos. Nobody ever starts screaming in anger as an act. That doesn't happen on this channel.
Oh well, now it is.
Patrick said sarcastically, Frederick, turn yourself up by approximately 7%, and then I want to know what you think about this trailer.
Yeah, of course. Well, I'm coming to it like a newbie to this Oblivion. I've never played it before. I haven't even played Skyrim.
What did you
Just to give an
say?
idea. Yeah, I've like stayed away from video games for the past couple of
What?
decades,
You're a Philistine.
and I'm getting back to it now. So since February, I've got how's this volume? Is this a little better?
A little bit more, please.
Since February, I've gotten the Steam Deck, and still more.
You gotta turn up, Frederick. You gotta turn up like 10%.
I
Yeah.
did. I'm scared. You just make me want to scream.
Keep
Here we
going.
go.
Keep
How's
going,
this?
Frederick.
How's
We'll
this?
let you know if you're too loud.
I have no more crystals, Captain.
That's better. Yeah, I think you're good now.
I'm like maxed out on both.
Huh.
I don't know what's going on, but at least you can hear me now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm coming into it like a newbie. I like the type 1, type 2 thing is really turning me off, to be honest. I bought Skyrim, so I have it. I'm ready to play it whenever I have some free time. And I'm looking forward to the mod experience. I've been playing around with mods with New Vegas, as we've been talking about a previous episode, previously on Comcisgate Commandos. And so I'm just loving the mod space, the mod ideas, and to be able to tweak your game to what you want to do. So I'd love to do that with Skyrim. Oblivion, I don't even know what it's about. I was looking at this trailer. Honestly, a lot looks beautiful, but the trailer could be improved. I see a lot of shots that are kind of underwhelming from this trailer.
You're underwhelming. Your face is underwhelming. It's not that good of a trailer. It's a meh trailer. You're right. I mean, it's a fair judgment for sure.
He's gonna. Frederick's gonna lose it with you, Salty,
Why?
because you're talking all kinds of shit about Akira, and then this, and it's.
No, I just agreed with him.
Yeah,
What are
you
you
don't want to
talking
get on
about?
Frederick's. You don't want to get on Frederick's bad side.
No, he's got.
I made a
I'm
joke
angry.
and then I agreed with him. So fuck you. Now I disagree with you. Yeah, no,
Frederick,
I have a feeling that Skyrim mod. I'm just gonna end up playing Skyrim modded again because I think that's the modded. It's a better game because it gives you the depth of. You can get some mods that give you more depth. Like
So
that
what are
you
the
find in
best mods?
Morrowind.
Like, do you have a like gender racist dysphoria
Okay,
mod?
hold on. No. Look, Frederick. We're gonna get on a call and we're gonna figure out your Skyrim modded experience. I've got it.
Yeah, there's
I'll
a lot
take
of
care
good
of you.
mods.
Don't
dude.
worry.
Morrow loot.
I'm gonna keep it mostly like just QOL kind of stuff for the most part. But I would, I want to keep it lore friendly for you so that you have the experience of Skyrim as it is, but better, like a remastered Skyrim, essentially. Don't worry, I'll take care of you.
Gotta have all the mods that are at least 94.5% immersive.
Oh, dude, immersion, it's all about the immersion. And like Salty, so do you know about like things like, and then we'll move on to the next subject here. But do you know about things like Apocalypse, Magic of Skyrim, Ordinator, Perks of Skyrim? Those things are like
Ordinators. You have to play with Ordinator. That's
yes, dude. They're like kilobytes. They're like zero, like not even a megabyte worth of memory, and they change the game to be like a million times better. So
you can't be an archer ranger type without Ordinator. It's just not fun.
Yeah. And then, like things I've mentioned before, like, the racial body morphs, that difference in races, there's all kinds of things. You could go crazy. I would say, Frederick, you've got to decide if you want to make it look really beautiful. If you want to do that, it's more complicated. Like doing E and B stuff is more complicated, but I think you might be able to handle it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing with Fallout. Is making it really appealing, beautiful to look at, and trying to add a lot of animations, immersive animations.
What mod organizer are you using?
So, being on the Steam Deck, I'm using Mod Organizer 2.
Yes,
smart.
That's the way to do it.
Smart. It's the best one. It's the best one.
Awesome. I'm just learning, so I was lucky with the first tutorial, and things are kind of working out. Most mods work fine. A few don't. A few conflicts, but I'm getting it pretty much to where I want to get to.
Good, excellent.
We're gonna move on from this nerd.
Art's like, I don't want to talk about video games. You know, I love video games so much that me and my wife have 2 TVs on the living room wall just so I can play video games and she can watch whatever the hell she wants. Because we're not arguing over the TV. We're just doing what we want.
I'm really disappointed in you for saying that, Salty. I mean, you were making it seem like your wife would kind of do whatever you want, which would then be like...
No, wait a minute. Start asking. No, hold on. You should start
to sit there and watch you play your game.
I'm not a terrible husband.
While she knits. While she knits weather for you.
But I will say, like, on the second or third date, I was all, so basically I'm all... Because we knew each other in high school. And I was like, so one of the non-negotiables for me is that when I'm married, I'm going to have 2 TVs on the living room wall so I can play video games. And then, my wife can watch whatever she wants to watch on TV. And we don't have to be in separate rooms or any of that lame crap. And she's like, that's the best idea ever. And when she tells other women that we do this, she's like, I would never let my husband or boyfriend do that. And she's just like, women are terrible. I'm like, yeah, that's why it was the thing I had to bring up. Because if you were going to say no, deal breaker.
Yeah, beat it.
I mean,
take her out of your car, walk home.
Oh, dude, literally, my wife is shocked at how many women say no to that idea. She's like, women are really bad. Like, they're horrible. I would not want to get married if I was a guy.
How does the sound thing work?
Sometimes she wears headphones. Sometimes I wear headphones. It just depends on what mood I'm in or what mood she's in. Like, if she's watching like a stupid thing, like one of her court drama things that she likes to watch, she'll wear headphones, and then I'll just play with the surround sound.
Both play with the sound on at the same time like heathens, do you?
Sometimes we do, but that's usually when we're watching a sports ball game and I'm playing video games.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Because she likes
What
sports.
I was going to say is that we're going to move on from a nerdy topic of video games to a very slightly less nerdy topic of comic books.
I don't know if this is less nerdy. I think this might be more nerdy.
Are you prepared, Salty? Do you have like things that like good wins in Comcisgate or comics to movies that you can bring up?
I mean, I can start right now. I have my list of I have my top 5.
You do? Okay.
In my head. Let me think about it.
I'm going to start with mine, and then I'll do mine, and then
do I need to have visual representation?
It'd be preferable, yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to start here. Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin is quite possibly one of the best castings of all time for any character. He nails the role. All of the story and the writing for Spider-Man 1 was so close to the comic canon that any of the differences that occur are so minor that it doesn't matter. And it really culminates to me in the last fight that they have. And I'm going to bring that up here because this fight, and to this day, I think that this fight is probably one of the best superhero fight scenes of all time. And so let's just enjoy it, shall we?
Misery, misery, misery. That's what you've chosen. I offered you friendship, and you spat in my face. You've spun your last web, Spider-Man. Had you not been so selfish, your little girlfriend's death would have been quick and painless. But now that you've really pissed me off, I'm gonna finish her nice and slow. MJ and I, we're gonna have a hell of a time.
How do you end a badass fight scene with you getting crushed by a wall?
What'd you say? Sorry.
You
He's
just
thinking.
had a badass fight scene, right? And the way you go out is a wall fell on you.
But that's the quick thinking of Peter Parker, and I love that because that's kind of basically how it works in the comic books for him. Is like, I'm not as strong, I'm not as good, I'm not as, but I outwit my opponent.
And it leads to, by the way, this is one of my favorite shots in all of moviedom ever because it's the classic hand reaching up from the rubble, you know. It's just so classic, and I love how because he's like, oh my fuck, a wall just fell on me. Amazing. Oh, let's finish it out here.
Peter, stop! Stop! It's me! Mr. Osborn. Peter, thank God for you. You killed those people on that balcony. The goblin killed. I had nothing to do with it.
Don't let him take me again. I beg you. Protect me.
You tried to kill Aunt May. You tried to kill Mary Jane.
But not you. I tried to stop it.
I couldn't stop it. I would never hurt you.
I knew from the beginning. If anything ever happened to me, it was you that I could count on.
You, Peter Parker, would save me, and so you have. Thank God for you. Give me your hand. Believe in me, as I believed in you. I've been like a father to you. Be a son to me now.
I have a father. His name was Ben Parker.
He knows your uncle, though.
Godspeed, Spider-Man. Oh.
That's right. Oh my gosh, there's so much that's so good about this. Modern days, you have these fights with the super. First of all, okay, costumes wise, I know people complained about Green Goblin's costume kind of being a Power Rangery thing.
It was a terrible costume. It was a terrible costume,
dude.
Absolutely
I've grown to love it, and I'll
You
tell you
would.
why. I'll tell you why.
Which one? The Green Goblin?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Green
so
Goblin.
bad.
First
It
of all,
works.
Spider-Man's costume is off the chain. It's unbelievable. It's the best one of all of them. And it looks so real. Every other costume that comes after it, it may actually be real on the person, like Andrew Garfield's or what's his name's Tom Holland's. But this one looks more real than all the rest. And I think part of it has to do with the damage that both of them take over the course of this fight. Like this shot of Spider-Man where half his mask is blown away. It was brilliant in two ways. One, you want to get the actor's emotions in there. So that's a huge, half of his face is now, you can see his face. But it also, his mask is still on. So for people like me, like I'm always complaining about people, like keep your fucking mask on. Stop taking they always do the like nanotechnology to remove their mask at the end of the fight. Stop doing that. Stop. There's no reason to take your mask off. Leave your fucking mask on. And also, when I was a kid, this was the first Spider-Man action figure I ever got, which is Battle Ravaged Spider-Man. And so he's got, he's all beat up and he's got I got this after the fact. I had to have this. It was so cool. And look at this boxes. Back in the day, action figure boxes were sick. They were so cool. So there's not only the realism of the physicality of what's actually going on here. First of all, the action is better. The attacks that they're throwing actually harm one another. We already talked about him pulling the wall down on him, but before that, Green Goblin was beating the ever living shit out of him. Like there's actual damage done to these characters during this fight. And obviously you can see it in their costumes. After the wall falls on Green Goblin, his costume is like not green anymore. It's more like gray because he's covered in dust. But the reason why I like his costume now, Salty, so much is there's some aspects of it that I didn't really notice until I became an adult. And one of those is that there's a very thin film of fabric where his mouth is. So you can still see Willem Dafoe's mouth, and you can still see his eyes behind the lenses. And even in this scene, the lenses flip up, so you can see his eyes even better. And so,
still terrible costume.
It just makes it like, ooh, like they did. They both made him. They put him in a costume, and they also were able to get the emotions out of his face. Which in the comics, Green Goblin's mask is more like rubber, so you see exactly what he's feeling at all times. But they really just nailed that.
In the comic, he only has a mask on, right? Because his body is painted green.
No, he's wearing a suit.
Yeah, he's got a suit.
He's wearing a rubber suit.
No, he's got
it's like made of armor.
Male armor.
Yeah,
actually, the old one. It looked like kind of similar to Captain America, if I'm remembering correctly. Right?
Yeah.
It had the little.
Because it looks like skin, from what I
chainmail.
remember in the comics. It looks like skin.
Well, it is
scale
tight.
Scale armor. It's like scale armor.
It is skin tight, but he's actually wearing a suit, Carbon. He's got like a whole.
Because his suit's got doodads and tricks and.
Oh yeah, he's got his satchel of tricks.
Yeah,
where he throws it all.
You guys are. I think you're romanticizing the comics a little bit there.
No, I just read a lot of Spider-Man comics as a kid. Right. I mean, the Green Goblin's his number one arch nemesis, man.
Green Goblin is sick. Yeah. Green Goblin has a full-on suit, Carbon. He's always worn a suit. His mask, like I said, was a little bit more skin tight. It was more rubbery. So like when he would hold the mask up, it would like hang like
pull up a
fabric
picture.
almost.
I just pulled up a picture of the Green Goblin in the comic.
Share it. I'll bring it up, or you can bring it up too. You're in charge now too.
Okay, hold on. Let's not go to my weird websites over here.
Oh God, what kinds of weird websites you got up?
My 4chan forums that I'm a huge fan of.
4chan was killed last week.
Yeah, I heard about that. That was a weird thing.
Apparently, it was
yeah.
What the fuck, man.
Such a terrible costume in that movie. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm looking at it right now. I'm just like, I mean, I don't think the Green Goblin's costume from the comic books is is that great either.
So Carbon, he's wearing a suit here.
This is what I mean. Like
actually, yeah.
Well, what I mean is that it looks like that's his skin. You know, you just look at it.
Yes.
Right.
Well, because back in the day, they were always doing like wrestling outfits because it was easier to draw the figures. They didn't want to have overcomplicated costumes because they were turning those comic books out like, monthly. I mean, and sometimes there was guys that were trying to do 2 comics in a month. So they had to have very simple costumes. That's why the costume is designed the way that it is.
No, I mean, I like the way it looks, but I'm saying in terms of translating this to film, it's like, if you wanted to make this look accurate, you would make it a rubber mask, obviously, right? And then probably just paint his skin green.
Well, you bring up a good point. You bring up several good points. One, have you guys ever seen the original? So they were going through different options of what they wanted Goblin to look like in this movie, and there was actually a. Let me bring it up here. What should I type in? Mask. Option. There were several different versions of the costume that they were going to go through. Have you guys ever seen the Alex Ross? You know who Alex Ross is? I'm sure some of you do.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course, yeah.
So Alex Ross actually did a lot of concept art for this, which I'd like to bring up. And then there was a test for a kind of an animatronic style Goblin suit. Hold on. I'm sorry.
I got the costume that it should have been. I got some concept art.
Bring it up.
Way cooler than what they have. And it's very similar to what they had. Very similar to the movie, but better. Can
I zoom out from this? Why is this so close? Okay, well, it doesn't really matter because we're right here anyway. It doesn't really. Okay, so let me show you guys something here. Oh. Yeah. That's for the No Way Home movie. And it's good.
So it's
Although
still
I'm confused as to why you like it, Salty, because it still has like mainly the aspects of that.
So the number one thing that I can't stand about the first Green Goblin costume is the helmet. I think the helmet is stupid. The big fin on the back. I mean, I get why. Like it was like, oh, aerodynamic on his hovercraft. It looks dumb. His legs look all small and spindly, and his like upper body it's disproportioned. It's just bad costume design. It's not good. It has cool elements, but overall, it doesn't look cool. I know it's the Green Goblin, but you're also trying to make it more serious. You're trying to make William Dafoe more intimidating, and it's not like it's either be goofy and clownish or be like cool. Like it was in between. It wasn't cool and it wasn't goofy enough. It was just like make up your mind.
I know what you're saying, but it definitely was leaning towards that sleek. Obviously it's metallic, so they want it to be shiny, and they darkened the color so that it's not too bright. It's funny because Spider-Man, that movie, the 2002 movie, was on my top list for tonight in terms of W's. Mm-hmm. Because you got to keep in mind, though, Salty, when that movie came out in 2002, to me, one of the reasons why I think that's one of the biggest W's for comics is that prior to that movie, costumes were not really done well at all. You know, you think about it. Like every costume in the movie in the '90s, they couldn't pull off. Like I think Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man costume was the first well executed.
I have 2 picks right now from the '90s where I would say they did it right.
We'll get to that. Hold on.
Me too.
This is the Alex Ross concept art that he did for this movie. I think that
this is better.
Looks really, really good. Like I've always really, really liked this. But obviously they went with the more armor style. So this actually, so you see right here, this, I think what they were trying to do is they were going to say, so Green Goblin, when he becomes Green Goblin, he actually like his body morphs into that. And so they had some test footage that they did to kind of give an idea to the people who were making the movie about like how this would look. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before. I'm surprised if you haven't.
Amalgamated.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So obviously, you know, the back of his head's maybe a little not completed yet, but a lot of prosthetic on here. What the decision was because they were trying to decide, you know, does he morph into this being or does he wear a mask? And they went with wearing a mask because they were trying to kind of keep similarity between Spider-Man and Goblin in that they're both look regular underneath their masks. So that's why this one wasn't chosen. Although, golly gee willikers, doesn't it look good? Like,
it looks cool.
Super good.
But you know what they could have done is they could have gone a more Batman route with the suit rather than what the stupid Iron Man version of the suit. Because that's really, I think that the problem is like, is he Iron Man Green Goblin? Green Goblin Iron Man? What's going on? What's going on?
There's a fine line between in the comic world. There's a fine line between goofy and making it work. You know what I mean? On film.
Yeah.
And so I think they probably went away from this because they're like, this might be laughable. Like, because you never know how an audience is going to react. So probably I'm thinking they went with the metal to be like, okay, he just got a suit of armor. So therefore, you can't really mock it. You know, he just got armor and that's it. Like, make it simple.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure that's the route they chose. Because if they'd gone with this, while to us in our eyes in the modern day, we're like, yeah, this is cool. I think a lot of people would have made fun of it back then and found it goofy.
They also could have just had it where it was a rubber mask. Like he's wearing a rubber mask because he's creating this persona of his character called the Green Goblin. Like, so he has a rubber mask so that you can't see his identity. It makes you, is he a monster? Like they could have leaned into the whole shtick that, you know, he was doing, which was, I'm a monster, you know, and it's like, no, it's just a dude in a rubber mask.
The skin tight rubber mask is something that has yet to be shown and done well in cinema. I feel like
they just did it there.
Well, that's it's close, but that's more like he's mutated. Although, but they've never done like
how you write it, you know. And then you have a scene where he takes the mask off and he's just like, let me let my hair down.
Yeah,
you know, it's just how you write it.
It's possible. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Lord Otter here. He says, "What's up, Lord Otter? How you doing?"
Hey, Otter. How's it going?
Oh, Uncle Ben, the only Marvel character that stays dead, he says.
Hey, what's up, Tank?
It's true.
That's because he's not a transsexual black person. So, or person of color, rather. It's not just
leave those tranny whatever.
All right, so Carbon, it is now your turn to bring something up here.
Okay, so I guess for my first choice, I'm going to have to go with my number one pick. I actually came up with a pretty big list, bigger than I thought. And obviously we're not going to have time to get through all of them, but so therefore I'm picking my number one choice first while I'm in the process of sharing it. And so comics,
not so easy, is it?
Film. Well, I mean, no, I'm able to narrow it down, but number one, definitely. and it's technically, well, it's film, but it's a TV show. But in terms of a comic translation to,
Sure, that's fine.
TV or film, it's definitely, for me, number one, Batman the Animated Series.
Oh yeah, I love
Nice.
that. This is the best Batman.
Yeah, it is. In
Kevin
terms
Conroy
of all
is the
Batman
best
translations, yeah, I don't. Any Batman fan, I don't think would argue with me about this because the voice, the acting, the storytelling of the series, in terms of feeling like Batman, it did the best job, right? Because even though because actually on my list I also have Batman Begins and I have Batman 89, and I love both of them. And they were both pivotal. They were both pivotal for Batman in movies. But still, if you had to pick what's the better Batman translation, can't deny it. And it's funny because I hate this, even though it's animation and it's a cartoon, which kind of it's a bit of a shame, but it almost proves that you can't really nail a comic in film. It's very hard to nail a comic in film. It's almost like a cartoon is a better translation most of the time. But yeah, no, I love this series, bro. Like,
it's definitely peak Bat. Someone who said it? Tank Ferris said peak Batman. Yes, dude, I love season 1 is so good. Season 2, when they finally bring the Riddler in, they should have done that in season 1. They didn't, but just the first 3 seasons of this series is just art. It's just art, man.
Yeah, bro. There are some episodes of this that you can go back to. Like the best ones are the introductions of the villains, like the introduction of Clayface, Feet of Clay, the two-parter was brilliant. Some of the best TV ever made, actually. And the Two-Face introduction was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Freeze, Heart of Ice. I've mentioned
that's the best. That's the best episode. Heart of Ice is the best.
Heart of Ice is amazing.
It's my favorite episode. Dude. It's like episode 6, season 1. Dude, that's my favorite episode.
Yeah, man, like it's classic. You can actually come back to this as an adult and probably appreciate it even more than you did as a kid.
So cool side note on the video game. I think it was there was Arkham City, Arkham, and then Arkham City, right? So the second Batman Arkham game,
to Asylum City, and then Night, and then there was Origins as well in there.
Yeah, so it was Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. So Arkham City, I worked on the marketing for Arkham City, and they had all these different characters, and we were doing these characters in this like really cool, where it was like all white with just shadow and then blood, like a spot color. And we were doing we were doing Mr. Freeze, and the Rocksteady hadn't really done a lot of development on the character. And so when I was working with one of the 3D artists, I was like, I was doing some sketches for the pose, and the pose was going to hold a ballerina in a snow globe, like from that episode. And so we created that in 3D and then rendered it out and had these different poses for the key art and posters and stuff like that. And Rocksteady was like, we got to put this in the game. I was like, nice. You guys didn't do your homework on this character, did you?
That's dope.
Those games were also pretty damn good.
They were.
In terms of adaptation for Batman. Like,
yeah. Which I was shocked because they got all the voice actors for the game from the animated series, but then they didn't have that character, Mr. Freeze. He looks like he's designed after the Arnold Schwarzenegger version of Mr. Freeze. I was like, what is this, man?
A little bit.
A whole lot of nostalgia glasses for me on that one. Like, I know it's not good, but I look back on that and I remember as a kid, I was like, yeah, Mr. Freeze is sick, and I loved all the action figures. I'm never
coming back to this show.
I never got them. Look, hey, it's what it is. I loved all the villains.
Version of Mr. Freeze is an affront.
It's funny
the
because
worst part is that he doesn't have the bowl. That's the most egregious.
Batman and Robin, that movie Batman and Robin, almost made it to my list of biggest L's Actually,
Dude, that might be the biggest. George Clooney
one of
as
them.
Batman is terrible, and then they gave him
Yes.
nipples in a silver suit. I was all, what is going on?
That
well,
was
the credit
peak,
card.
that was peak. Like, we need to make toys for this movie.
Oh,
That's what
dude.
that was.
Joel Schumacher should be.
And the toys were sick.
Put
If
on
you were
an
a kid at
island.
that time and you saw those toys, you would have been like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, I'm
I don't
totally.
think I
down
would have,
for
man. I was a weird kid. I think I would have been like, no, this is dumb.
No, this turned me
Yo.
off. When I saw the nipples on the costume, I was like, I never watched that movie to this day. I was like, no, I'm not watching a Batman movie with nipples.
I went to
It's
the
gonna be
theaters
too
to see that
distracting,
movie.
you know.
I went to
saw
the
that in the
theaters to see
theaters.
that movie, and I was
Bro,
so
in a few short years, I think. Well, Batman Forever came out in what, 96? Or was it 94? One of those two. And then Batman and Robin must have been 98. So basically, in 3 years, Schumacher destroyed Batman. Like, in the public perception, it went from Batman Returns, which was still pretty cool, and then to Batman and Robin, and everyone's like, okay, this Batman's terrible. Which is why Batman Begins, to me, was such a good revival. I'm like, oh god, this is awesome. Like, I remember when that came out, dude, and seeing the Bruce Wayne origin story in that movie, because the whole, I think the first hour and a half of that movie, he's not even Batman yet. He's just Bruce Wayne. And I was like, this is fucking good. I want to see him evolve into this.
yeah, that was a good movie for sure.
Anyway, that's my pick for now.
Nice. All right. And now it's Frederick's turn.
Yes. So my choice. Let me just share here. Share screen. Okay. Hold on. I had to do Firefox tonight because my audio was not working, so it doesn't work the same way as it does with Chrome. So give me a minute here. Share screen.
Can somebody who's a mod in my chat please repost Salty's YouTube channel link? I'd appreciate it. And Silence Do Good, the
Silence Do
Indiegogo
Good.
campaign.
Yeah. We are 1,500 away from 10,000, which is the great tier where if we get to 10K in the next 24 days, the regular edition cover turns into foil cover.
Let me make you big here. Hold on.
Okay. So
Yeah. Hold on 1 second, Frederick.
yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. $10,000. We're at the point where 8,510 right now. So we need, like you said, about $1,500.
Yeah, if you right now the book is over 75 pages of story. It's pretty thick. It's a lot of content there, and it's only going for $25. But after we hit that 10,000 mark, we're gonna go to $33 for that book. So it's a
Very
steal.
nice. Very nice indeed. Let me play this trailer real quick, and then we'll move on here. Hold on. That trailer and just the general aesthetic of your comic kind of reminds me of like how would I put it, like late 90s, early 2000s cartoons where like Treasure Planet almost. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. I worked on the style guide for Treasure Planet when I worked at Disney.
Really?
Wow,
Yeah.
look at that.
What a
So the
small
volume
world.
1 regular edition, if you back that book and we get over 10K, then we'll get the foil, right?
Yeah, everyone that ordered the regular edition cover will get because there's 4 covers. We got Dan Lawless cover, we got an Eric Weathers cover, and then a second another cover from me. But this cover where it's the blue swirly vortex, that'll be a nice foil, and it's beautiful, guys. Oh, my camera's not even
I'm gonna
on.
back
all
that
showing
one.
up.
I gotta get that
But yeah, if you
foil.
back the regular edition and we get to 10K, it will be. We will. We're gonna push pretty
We're gonna
hard.
get
I
to
think we're gonna
10K.
do it.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
And
so that's why you guys should back this cover right here, because it'll be sick with the foil.
Yeah, because once that we hit 10K though, I'm gonna take that perk down and put it back up at $33. So get it while you can for the regular price.
Very cool. And we can't really see it on the camera, but do these, the little images of everybody in the background here, do those pop up on that foil there? Can you see them really well?
Not on this version of the foil. I'm working with a printer right now trying to figure out if we can get, because I don't want to do chromium because chromium's a little bit more dull. This foil looks dope. So I'm working with the printer right now trying to figure out how we can get it to print on the foil. So we're doing some tests. Right now the one proof that they sent me doesn't look good because what's happening is it's dulling. You're losing that reflection of the foil. I might leave it up to the audience though. Maybe we'll see, if people would rather. I just love how it's mirrored, it's so mirrored. And like, honestly, to see it the camera's not doing it justice. The foil it's so cool. So we'll see. We'll see if we can make it. It's like, finding that happy. I want it to look right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And right now, the way I have it, it looks fantastic.
What is it about people in our generations leading up to, like, we're probably one of the last generations that gives a shit about foil things. The kids these days, they get a card. Remember back when you'd get a card and then you get a foil card and you're like, oh my God, the foil card. And everybody would be looking at it. The kids these days don't care about foil things. It blows my mind.
I don't know. I think Pokemon cards is still big, right?
And they care about the foil things. They like the foil.
Yeah, everybody likes something shiny.
You gotta get the shine, man. You gotta have the bling.
It's sick. It's sick.
I mean, these days it's all about the cell phone. Like you gotta have a nice, shiny rose gold cell phone.
Oh.
Exactly.
It was way cooler when you'd like open a pack of cards and you'd get a shiny one. You're like, oh yeah, baby. So that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Go back, Silence Do Good right now if you get a chance. We're only 1,500, a little bit under 1,500 away from getting this as a foil cover. So please go check this out while you can. I'm going to post the link in the chat here. And let me bring up... while I do that, let me bring up Frederick's example here, or I don't know.
So my entry in the best comic book adaptation of a Batman is Batman Returns. That is my favorite.
I love with the Russian subtitles. Чего вы ждете? Signal.
My favorite Russian Batman movie.
Right, it's the best one.
Batman Returns.
You guys know this is actually true, though. Do you know that the GRU, which is responsible for, they're responsible for lots of things. It's actually kind of weird for me to say they're responsible for one thing, but they're mostly responsible for domestic security. The GRU in Russia, their symbol is literally the bat symbol. Like they just straight up ripped it. I'm not joking. It's
awesome.
Literally the bat symbol.
I love how Russians don't give a crap. They're like,
they don't
yes.
give a fuck. It's so funny.
Bro,
They're just like, yeah,
I gotta move to Russia.
We're just gonna make it Batman's symbol. It's awesome.
I couldn't do the weather, bro. I couldn't do the weather.
It's really not that bad. It's
basically
really,
like Canada.
And also the lack of freedom. I want my pew-pews and my steaks. These things are not willing to.
You just
can I, as a
money.
non-citizen? Yeah.
Well, you'd have to become a citizen, but then again, you'd have to provide something of value to the Russian people that they would make you a citizen.
Yeah, I make sweet comic
which is
books. Is
like
that enough?
super based. Just so we're on the same page.
What's wrong with steaks over there? You can't have steaks?
I don't know.
Baked?
I
You
don't
can have
trust their
steaks.
food. I don't trust their
Meats?
cows.
Salty.
No,
Do they have
they
Angus?
probably eat steaks every day.
Their food is better than our food over here.
Not my food.
Dude, it's better.
I grow my own food and I get locally raised friggin' chickens and
Then
And-
you're your own
beef.
farmer. Then that's
Yeah, but in Russia, everyone gets a bear. So
everyone gets a bear.
No, but seriously, none of their food has any of this chemical shit that our food does. Like I went there for 3 weeks, and I lost 21 pounds just by eating their food.
Well, yeah, because you probably didn't have all the sugar in it and crap, man.
Right. It was all
Yeah.
real food. It was like natural
Oils
food.
and high fructose shit.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the thing, man. You gotta.
Homer Glitch, it's real. What's up? How you doing, man?
hey, Omer Glitch, how's it going?
No, man. It's the food. You can't get the processed food. The processed
Dude,
food's
their
devil.
food is so
the
good.
devil.
There's so much in Russia that is so good that nobody ever wants to talk about. That's the thing that bothers me the most. But I'm sorry, we're getting distracted. Let me play this video here.
So what you're saying is that Reagan and Bush destroying the USSR was a good thing.
It was actually Pope John Paul II and Reagan who destroyed the USSR, but nice try.
Well, I mean, Bush was president when it happened,
Well, I mean, it doesn't really,
and he was continuing the Reagan policy that Reagan had established.
kind of like saying.
I hate the Bushes. Don't get me wrong, man. I hate.
There's
the
no
Bushes.
sound. I'm so sorry. Hold
It's
on.
because it's on mute.
Yeah. Wow. All right,
Batman
let's-
Science.
Here we go.
Batman goes to work. I mean, he is the best Batman.
We want the big guy, the guy who runs the show. What do you want? Not you. Drax. You'll have to go through me. Shit. Dad, go. Save yourself. Dad, go.
Oh, so this is where Batman literally murders 10
Right?
people.
He kills like 10 people.
The darker Batman.
I love the smile after the bomb one. Oh my god. If they weren't on stilts, their legs would be literally chopped in half.
It's like, talk about doing a U-turn.
Totally, and that guy's flying now. That guy is dead as fuck.
Oh my gosh, that's not the better Batman movie though of the Tim Burton Batmans.
But this
I love
intro,
how
though,
Batman
I'll admit,
adaptations, they're just like, they don't care if it appears like he's killing somebody. Like in the Arkham games, for instance, there's a million things you do to people that were like, that guy's very dead. But they're like, no, it's okay, he's fine.
Yeah,
He is
I've
just
never
obnoxious.
liked that about Batman, where it's like I don't kill anybody, and it's like, dude, I'm sorry if someone's shooting a gun at you,
He
shooting back is
The
okay.
fact of the matter is, he must have killed somebody by accident, even if he's not trying.
yeah.
Like, there's somebody
I mean-
he's killed by accident.
I think that's accepted because after so many issues of comics and so many years of Batman, I think we all accept that he's definitely killed some people, but we're just he's pretending he didn't. He walks away afterwards. It's like I don't know if that guy.
Right.
I mean, Flashpoint Batman is the best Batman because he does kill people.
Can you
And he
imagine
doesn't care.
Batman like just like doing some stuff to some thugs, and then like just to keep his conscience clear, he just like kind of doesn't check up on him. He's just like, did I kill him? Maybe. I don't know. I'm going
He
home.
needs to
I'm not
move
gonna
on.
look
It's
into
just
it.
like he throws somebody down 6 flights.
Right.
He's like, I need to keep going. I don't know what happened to that dude.
Right. Hopefully he's he could take that. He's tough. That's great. So Frederick, what do you love most about this?
The whole story, like it's set in the winter. There's snow everywhere. It's a Tim Burton Gotham. It looks so beautiful. Like everything from the Penguin's performance by Danny DeVito, Michelle Pfeiffer she learned to throw the whip. She's the perfect Catwoman, so sexy and strong. I just think it's the perfect amalgamation of everything I like about Batman.
Michelle Pfeiffer was a good Catwoman. I didn't like how they made her like a mutant Catwoman, though. I thought that was weird. Right? If I remember right, 'cause she like dies, and then she gets licked by a bunch of cats.
It's like up in the air because it's not. She doesn't really have powers in the movie. You know,
Patrick, I've
It's-
got a clip of Catwoman.
except for her coming back.
Oh,
But it's arguable whether she died or not. I think
Yeah,
it's up in the air.
kept it vague, but
um,
it was still odd. But I mean, I liked her. Like,
Yeah.
I liked her as Selena Kyle, and I liked her as Catwoman. I just thought that part.
You like
But
her
again, it was
as
like
Selena
okay,
Kyle. Oh,
Was that?
as
She
Selena
was-
Kyle. Sorry.
yeah,
Saying something else.
yeah. Because I mean, I like
No,
Michelle Pfeiffer.
She was in this movie overall. Like she was gorgeous.
Mhm.
She was stunning in that dress in that scene where they dance. Visually, this movie is
I
great.
believe that she was supposed to be in the first film as
Oh, really?
Kim Basinger's character, but because Michael Keaton's wife didn't like how Michelle Pfeiffer and him were really close, she didn't get it. But then
Oh.
Michael Keaton and his wife were getting divorced or something. If I remember, I have to look that up. There's something there. Like she was actually supposed to be in the first film because they had been in a film
That's funny.
previously together. Oh yeah, she's so
Well,
good.
here's another clip from this movie here. Just that shot alone, you're just like, oh yeah. Yes. Do you guys has she been do you think there's like gosh, I stopped at a great spot. But do you feel like she's had like makeup put on to make her look more pale when she's Catwoman?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's like pretty much white.
Yeah,
skin
that's
over
what
there.
I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
But and then what do you guys think about the costume? The costume is obviously not exactly the way it is in the comics. It's more like hodgepodge slapped together.
Yeah, the stitching. Well, you know, the thing is, it's the best film version of Catwoman, but it's not ideal costuming because it is borderline S&M. You have to admit, like,
Mhm.
it has that look where it's like she's about to be a dominatrix, but it still works and it's sexy, and also it adds an element of being creepy too, because you know Tim Burton has a little bit of creepiness to his movies.
Yeah.
And so I like the fact that she's creepy. You know, so
Okay.
I accept that the costume is a little S&M.
It certainly works within the aesthetic of the rest of the movie, you know, with Penguin being the way he is and all that.
Sorry, I had to look it up. I had to know. It was Sean Young that was supposed to be in the first film as Kim Basinger's character and his ex-girlfriend at the time. his
Sean
girlfriend.
Young, they were going to change
Yeah.
the sex of the person.
No, Sean
No,
Young
it's-
is a
it's a
female
woman.
actress. Yeah, it's a woman.
She was
Oh.
in Blade Runner. That's
She was in
the,
Blade Runner,
Oh,
and she was
she was
also
the-
in Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Einhorn.
Einhorn.
I've never actually seen that
Finkel
movie.
is Einhorn.
Skeleton Crow Comics says Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman had a head wound.
That's right. Exactly. At the beginning of the movie.
Oh.
What
This is an
brings
example
on-
of good things that happen to people with head wounds.
Yeah.
Well, it only happens in fictional tales.
the turn to comic related things,
Right.
activities.
Well, I mean, when a woman gets a head wound, then you know.
My wife would
Yeah,
argue that
yeah.
all women have a permanent head wound at birth.
Wait, I want to know where Carmen was going with that.
Sorry.
I mean, when you meet a woman with a head wound, that might be the right idea going over there.
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know what that. I don't know how I'm supposed to take that.
That's Carbon's been liking and commenting on those videos of the Down syndrome girls who do the workout videos.
Oh my god.
Oh no, I haven't.
Oh my
I did
gosh.
not like. I need to officially say that I did not like any of those videos.
Oh, that is
on Twitter.
that's a new level of ick and creepy.
Oh yeah, that's.
But those are
fucking-
filters, right? The girl got caught faking being Down syndrome to raise money up for her OnlyFans.
Dude, liberals
That
are
is
so
true, yeah.
depraved.
That is so
Liberals
true.
are so depraved that they don't even realize that now they're accepting dating people with Downs and dating people who are mentally handicapped.
Wow,
that's
you
what they're
sound
promoting.
super bigoted when you say that, Carbon.
Yeah. I'll die on that hill.
you need to do better, Carbon.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're gonna have a whole Comcisgate Commandos show about all of the worst propaganda terms that have been used, like "do better," "fuck you," "do
Oh,
better." Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry.
Fuck outta here.
Let me play this.
Who is she? What is she? I don't know whether to open fire or fall in love.
You poor guys. Always confusing your pistols with your privates.
Don't hurt us, lady. Our take home's less than 300.
You're overpaid. Hit the road.
I love what that's his reason. Like our take home's less than 300.
I mean, you know,
Got nothing to do with justice. He's just like, come on, don't make that much.
Her voice, she did a very good job with her voice too.
Yes.
Wait a minute, go back for a second, Patrick. Or Frederick. Was that a stock scream?
That's
yes.
the Wilhelm scream, yes.
Yeah, still, yeah.
Yep. There it is. Nice.
Go ahead and hit me.
This guy kind of likes being hit, doesn't he? Oh, he's dead. He's so dead.
He's unconscious, Patrick.
No.
It's like Tom and Jerry, you know, like
Right.
it's just got black powder on him, a little bruised.
Oh wow. This is some John Wick shit right here.
Admiring your handiwork.
Touring the riot scene, gravely assessing the devastation. Upstanding mayor stuff.
He's so
He was a pretty good penguin, but Burgess Meredith is still the best penguin. I don't care what anyone says.
Things change.
What do you want?
Ah, the direct approach. I admire that in a man with a mask. You don't really think you'll win, do you?
Things change.
I love the acting direction for Keaton in this movie. It's like, all right, Michael, we need you to do nothing in this movie. Just stand there, okay?
Meow.
Oh, that's great.
And that's why it's the best Batman movie.
So good.
It is very.
You like it better than the first one, Frederick?
Yeah, I don't even like the first one.
What? Why?
I don't know. I don't like what's his name is the Joker, Jack Nicholson. I don't.
Jack Nicholson's Joker?
Behave now, Frederick.
I just
Oh.
don't.
See, and now
I mean, fair enough.
I have to question your judgment on everything now. And see, now I know Akira is terrible, and I am right.
No, I mean, Frederick, I have opinions too that are wrong, but at least. Just kidding. But
we'll fix you, Frederick.
Damn, yeah, we can, and we can actually fix Frederick. You know what I mean? He's not that far gone.
I don't have a head wound.
That's right. That's right.
Like Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, Batwoman.
That's
Michelle
it.
doesn't.
But if she did, though, like think about it. Like, how great would that be? Anyway,
That's fine.
Salty, do you have an example, maybe a picture or a video that we can?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get mocked relentlessly, but here it is, guys. Here it is.
This is a fun movie.
She's gonna take us all.
This is solid, bro.
Yeah,
solid pick, dude.
I love this movie.
This movie's very fun.
I forgot about this choice.
Something right.
Get away!
Now, where's the package?
Blown to hell.
They're the FBI!
It was stolen from my life. What do you suppose it is? A bomb or something? It's a rocket.
The bad guy's
A rock-
Timothy Dalton, isn't
I
he?
wouldn't like that if I were
Yeah.
you.
You can't see that far, can you?
I don't know.
The hood on him. Stand clear.
What was that?
Are you trying to kill yourself? I like it.
Yeah, that's what I said! A rocket man!
I will not rocket Eddie. Not next week, not tomorrow. Now.
Keep your eyes open for this dame.
I'm the Rocketeer.
The rocket who?
You want to see your girlfriend? You got to bring us the rocket.
I gotta go alone or they're gonna kill her. I'm working for a Nazi agent.
There's the rocket!
The girl. The rocket will come to us.
However, Pete. Does she know that?
She's gonna find out.
Shoot him! No! Let him have it!
I've had a belly full of you and your cheap heroics.
It's the blind man!
It's the Rocketeer. Hand over the rocket.
Go get him.
Go get him, kid.
Great stuff.
So one of the reasons why I love that. Oh,
okay.
went straight to trash cast. Sorry.
Oh my God!
Don't do it.
Oh
Don't go there.
Accident. Sorry, Frederick.
Why is it autoplay? I hate when YouTube autoplays. I gotta stop that. Anyway, one of the things I love about it, a couple of things, is it's just a good. I loved the comic when I was a kid because I got some. I think they were doing reprints. Maybe they were. I think they were reprints, or if they were the originals, I treated them very poorly. But I got them from my grandfather, and then the movie came out, and I was a little kid, but I loved as an adult. I love it because it's 1930s, pre-World War II Los Angeles, as a fourth generation Angelino with a lot of family ties to Los Angeles, being there my whole life.
I need to pause you for 1 second here.
Yeah.
You might be right and I might be wrong. Adam Weber, what do you mean stream suspended again, policy violation? We're going. We've not been shut down.
Well, it pauses. Like if you play a video for too long, that's copyrighted. You'll get cut out, but then we'll come back if you stop the video. So that probably happened a couple of times already.
So we have to pause and say something witty every couple of seconds.
Told you.
No,
I told you.
Oh my god.
yeah. Every
That's
10
why we
seconds.
do what we do on our show, because that crap gets shut down. You got shut down twice, Patrick. Oh wow.
You guys in the chat didn't tell me this beforehand. Why didn't you tell me this beforehand? Why you're like nobody says anything to me, and then, God damn it! How am I supposed to know my stream's been shut down? We're still going. It just happened again for a split second. He says,
Don't worry about it. Maybe we should just avoid trailers and clips. And just
Well,
pull up
you
images.
can watch them. You just have to pause them like every 30 seconds and just do commentary over them and stuff.
"Gay." Continue though with your point. I'm sorry.
So, what I was saying is like, so it's really cool to see that. But one of the cool things that people don't know about is the Rocketeer, or maybe some people know about it. The Rocketeer, the main villain, the Timothy Dalton's character, is based off of an actor named Errol Flynn, who was a Nazi sympathizer. He was in Robin Hood. He was in a couple other movies, but that was like the big one that he was in. And he was just like a swashbuckler. And there was also this couple in Los Angeles named Norman. I can't remember his wife's name, but it was Norman Stevens. And they had bought this huge property in Los Angeles in the Santa Monica Mountains, where they created a compound that was supposed to be fully self-sustaining for Nazi sympathizers. And it got raided during World War II by the FBI, or not by the FBI, but by what became the FBI, essentially. And it's like this whole, and it's still there. You can go hiking in the Santa Monica Mountains, and it's still got like a water tower, and like the buildings are all hollowed out and everything, and it's all tagged up with graffiti. But it's like, it's just cool to me. It's like coming from Los Angeles, there's a piece of history, World War II history, where there was a literal Nazi compound that these Americans built because they were Nazi sympathizers and part of this like political fascist party in the United States. It's crazy. But you didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of not happy with YouTube right now. I'm like, my brain has been
So
running
if only
about Rumble.
And
Does Rumble do the same thing?
The other direction.
Oh my God! What did you say, Carmen? You can't say that. Oh man! Oh, The Rocketeer was a great movie, very fun movie. What's the actress's name for the love interest?
Jennifer Connelly. Oh, it says stream unavailable right now. I don't think anyone's watching.
Wow.
It says stream unavailable.
Skeleton Course.
Still gone. Crazy.
Let me look.
It's probably the Disney trailer.
Yeah.
Was Rocketeer a Disney trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a Disney YouTube channel. It was a different channel.
Well, I mean, so far we played the whole Spider-Man scene, which chances are there was an issue with that, and then the whole Batman scene.
Yeah, the source doesn't matter. It's the copyright holder that does the claim when it gets the
You'll get a notification.
You'll get a knock at the door, Patrick.
From who though? Like, how do I know that I'm back on? Like,
YouTube will send an email and then it'll let you know the information and stuff. And then, like, I mean, honestly, Katie has actually a good write up that you can send over to just kind of like make sure your channel doesn't get struck. But basically, what it is you'll get these little like dings because it's usually automated algorithm AI like models that are watching stuff for studios. And as long as you're talking during it or like you're adding commentary to it, it's fair use, especially when it's older content. And what you're honestly haven't broken any policies, but that's why we pause, because we're like pause and talk during the stuff. Oh, we're back. Are we back? But that's why we talk on our show. That's why we talk during a lot of it and pause it, is because it just tricks the algorithm so that you don't get nailed by the stupid algorithms.
Does Rumble do the same thing?
Rumble does not. Rumble is pure free speech, and they appreciate.
All right, we're back, baby. Let's pull up that Rocketeer trailer again.
Yeah, right.
But the actress in that film is Jennifer Connelly, and I can't say anything because I'm married.
No,
But
it's fair enough. It's fair enough. Man,
Jennifer
this kind of
Connelly.
like puts a damper on all the like. We've got to show things to talk about the things that we're talking
Well,
about.
you should just do it the way that I do it on Salty and Savage Show, which is you're like, oh, you guys pause and talk through it. Yeah, because I don't want that to happen.
Just after 30 seconds,
we just
pause
need
and
to be. No, not less than 30 seconds. Like I'd say every 5 seconds, maybe.
I mean, we do. I over pause because I'm always worried. Savage
That's
doesn't.
horrible.
but-
I mean, this is horrible.
No,
Do people not understand? Oh my god, I don't want
I
to
believe
watch a
it's
fucking trailer.
Hey, you know who strikes me more than
This is
anything, though?
gay
You know what?
shit.
You know what country I get struck
retarded.
more for anything for playing music and things like that?
Saudi
Russia. No joke. I've had like Russia hit my take my channel down in Russia several times because of the music that we'll play and things like that.
oh, it's the
Crazy.
Russian subtitles on the Batman trailer.
Oh,
That
it was
must be it.
We're gonna
What
have
if it
no-
ends up being
we're-
Russia, guys? That'll break
We're gonna
Patrick's
have
heart.
We're gonna have no anti-Russian propaganda on this show. I'm rooting for Putin. Everybody should be. Okay. The Ukraine is not the Ukraine. It's actually part of Russia.
Oh, I don't even care. You know how
well,
much? Okay, you know what America's reaction? You know what?
You are watching.
Look, the stream got taken down again. It is Russia.
We're not even doing anything.
I know. It's crazy, dude.
No, we're still up. We're fine.
No,
But,
it says stream suspended.
It says stream
really?
suspended right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Adam
We're not
Weber
even
says
doing
Gru
anything.
are watching, and it got immediately taken down.
Gru, we're on the same side. You don't get it. I understand that you're the only actually Christian nation in the world right now, okay? I get that. We're on the same side. No, yeah, it's more
yeah.
likely something like that.
I will say that what I think what America should do in regards to Ukraine and Russia is end income tax. That's what I think.
I agree. That's a great idea.
Yes, as a future American, I agree.
Whoa.
Oh, back up. Dude, I think, oh man, I think you might need
Is
to
it
call
Russia?
it, dude.
That would be crazy if it was
I
Russia.
think you might, or redo the stream or something. Although I got to go at like 9:30, dude, because I got to get up early tomorrow.
Well, I mean, we got through one set here.
I had a good time.
It was a good time.
I like hanging out with you guys. I still got to get used to Carbon's so chill. I keep interrupting him. I'm so sorry, dude. I'm really bad at that.
You
As
better
soon as I-
you better fucking watch out, Salty, because Carbon.
Because he's so chill, and I'm like, I think he's
chill until
I'm
he
going to
sends
jump
you a
on the
bomb.
joke. I'm always about the comedy, and then I'm like, oh, he wasn't done. Fuck. Shit.
Nah, don't worry about it, man. I feel like I haven't even really noticed it that much. I haven't thought about it, but
Now you're gonna notice and be like, I hate you, and I just did it again.
yeah. From now on, I will be stopping you.
Salty, if it makes you feel any better, I'm constantly talking too much and stepping on Carbon's.
Yeah,
toes,
I'm the worst. I'm terrible. I'm sorry. I'm probably
No, honestly, I make sure that I get it out. Like, I'm conscious of when somebody comes on and and they say something, I'll pull back and then I'll make sure I get my joke out later. So it's no big deal.
Okay, so we're down again.
It just goes up for 5 seconds and then down. It's got to be like the most interesting stream ever, where there's like 5 seconds of a conversation they're walking in on.
The good news is I pay for StreamYards, so I do have this recorded. I can,
Pop it, yeah, re-upload it.
What I would say is, and this is something I will not cut out after I re-upload it. YouTube, go fuck yourself. Fuck you.
Patrick,
fuck all of you fucking faggots who don't let us talk
Patrick,
about things. Yes, Carter.
Why don't we just pull out and start up again, bro? Because
I never pull
pretty
out
early.
Though.
I mean, we got another good hour in
I
us.
never do that.
The whole reason we got here is because people started pulling out.
We do have a good hour.
through-
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is what I'll do. We're gonna pull out, even though I never do that. And
Pull out what?
We'll pull out and go back in.
Yeah, I will say I'm gonna get okay.
Just whip it out.
I'm kind of upset right now. I need to go smoke a cigarette, and so we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, in about 9:20. We'll be back around.
I will not be back
Okay.
because I gotta go to bed. I
Fair
gotta get up
enough.
super
Fair
early,
enough.
guys. I
Thanks for
do
coming on,
appreciate
dude.
you
It was
guys
good seeing
having
you.
me. Thanks, man. Thanks for having me. I would love to stay, but I have to get up so early tomorrow. And I just got invited last night, okay? So like it's not don't hate me.
It's okay. We don't hate you. Thank you for coming on, Salty. I appreciate you being here, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
I don't like. I wanted to talk about. God, I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad, but I'm pretending like I'm not. I wanted to talk about the card, but I don't want to talk about it if we're gonna be if it's not if people aren't gonna see it if it's gonna be if we're shut down. So we're gonna restart
I would say
it.
if you guys do, you should restart it. You should
We're gonna restart
the
it
stream,
and we'll
yeah.
talk about the card and we'll okay.
Yeah.
God damn it! So we might as well end this fake not ending on a real fake ending. These people always trying to pull us down. Why don't you just let us have free speech, you sons of bitches? Okay, for the most important thing about all of this is that these people